ahead, you guys, and get started. And so I see New Baltimore, Michigan. I see you guys out there listening. We're going to go ahead and get started. So this is recorded. Indianapolis is in the building, so that we're not complete strangers. My name is Michelle W. Kofer, and I am a financial literacy coach. I have been for over 6 years. So I am a former social worker, put former in the chat, former social worker turned financier, if you will. I own a tax service bureau. I am a certified credit coach and real estate investor, as well as soon to be mortgage loan officer. And I'm just super excited to be on the call with you guys tonight, because you're going to hear how we can close the gap when it comes to home ownership. How can we do something that will provide equity and equality in the Brown communities? And so you may have been invited on because somebody said, hey, I can partner with you. Let me help you get some people to the closing table. Maybe they share with you that there's an opportunity here to be an MLO. Maybe they share with you that they can work with you and get you some qualified leads. All of those things are true. But before we get started, we want to just make sure that we can make it very clear and plain who we are and what we do, right? I will share also, I know I saw several people on here from North Carolina, that myself, just like many Americans, have gone through some things financially. I managed my money, did everything, but I've always believed in home ownership. And so in my second home, which the first home I sold in my 20s, but in my second home, you guys, I actually almost lost that home. And it was a result of me being out of work for 8 months. And even though got a lot of degrees and, you know, things behind my name, I was like many Americans and faced a lot of financial drought. And I thought the dream of home ownership was not real for me again, because my score ended up in the 500s. If anybody on the line tonight has ever been in a financial place that they didn't like, just go ahead and drop a 1 in the chat, all right? Many of the clients that you serve are currently in that place or have been. And nonetheless, I was there for 2 years, from 2015 to 2017. And I decided, you know what, I cannot leave a legacy unless I get back in home ownership. I just knew the value of home ownership as it connected to my future goals. And so I decided to work on my credit. I did, got introduced to this industry reluctantly by my husband, because I was like, you know, who's doing credit repair? Who's paying for that? And so I was very much in opposition to it. And here we are 6 years later, educating the masses all across the country on the power of home ownership, as well as how to leverage financial resources to get them into that home, and how to even learn how to take that knowledge and go out and invest. And so I know we have an array of people on the line. If you are a realtor on the line tonight, drop a 2 in the chat. We want to make sure that we are identifying you in the room, because I think this is going to be something unique. In fact, drop how many years you've been in real estate. Do that in the chat for me. This is going to be something that's a very unique proposition, but the ultimate goal is to be able to get families to the closing table. So I want to share with you guys tonight that this company, Debt Cleanse, is phenomenal. The person that invited you here is a part of being a solution to many, many Americans. We have a huge goal. This undertaking will result in at least 1 million families becoming homeowners in the next 5 years. And we resolve to do that, obviously, a lot sooner, but we know that it's going to take the collaborative efforts of us as financial influencers, working along with real estate professionals, insurance professionals, being able to get our clients to the end goal, which is home ownership. We're going to help them resolve debt. We're going to help them improve credit. And so don't think that tonight is just a credit thing. Please hear this entire presentation out. We're not trying to sell you, but we want to show you something that if we partner and collaborate together, we can really all benefit. The client benefits, you as a professional benefits, whoever invited you here as a professional benefit. So let's show you how this works. So please take notes if you can. We're talking about positioning families for financial freedom through real estate. And I can tell you that this gentleman here, George Newberry, who's one of our CEOs, he knows about that. He's a 30-year prolific real estate investor. You're going to hear a little bit more about that later, but he had a vision for helping American families, and he created a company called AHP. He helps families who are facing foreclosures. And he just decided, you know what, I'm doing this in Chicago, but I want to do this bigger. And he decided to start this company. But let me tell you, he knows hardship as well. He had a 4,000 unit apartment building that was actually impacted by a snowstorm, and it wound him $26 million in debt. Somebody say what in the chat? $26 million in debt. He, in fact, did not file a bankruptcy. He was intentional with wanting to own again and take his knowledge out there. And so he created this platform called Debt Cleanse. He actually wrote a book about it. And he partnered with my financial, my personal mentor, Mr. Chet Seeley, who is a personal financial coach. He's a business strategist. He's been able to do a lot of big things for minority people. Why do I even say that word? Because we know when we look around in our economy, the people who own homes the least are the brown people. And our goal here is to make sure we can bring home ownership at least to 75% in a minority community. Blacks own homes at a rate of about 43%, Hispanics at about 48%, whites at about 75%. And so we want to bridge that gap. Chet himself grew up inner city Philadelphia. He has a heart for people who are struggling. His dad was just an average truck driver, and George himself is Hispanic and struggled, you know, and so they know that, and their heart is in the work that we do here. And so let's talk to you guys tonight about some of the facts. You in fact may know this, but right now, America is hurting. If you look at the news, we see that there's a forecast of over 600,000 jobs to be lost over the next 3 years. They're forecasting millions. We see right now, you know, the debt ceiling is ridiculous. We see, you know, an impending 2008 kind of situation coming, and that's because America is hurting financially. Over 6 million people weren't able to pay their rent or mortgage just like last December, right? And so we know there's a problem. Funding sources have dried up. We know there's a problem. People, you know, are having their wages garnished. 8 million Americans are turning to payday loans. And so this platform, Debt Cleanse, is going to educate and empower the clients that you serve every day. It's going to allow you as a real estate professional to do that at a higher level. And I would venture to say the end result would be more referrals for you, more business for you. 71 million people have collections accounts. So what does that do? It ends up ruining people's credit. When we start thinking about it, you guys know the 5 C's of real estate. One of those is credit. And so this company, as one piece of what they do, has a resource and a resolve to help clients with things like foreclosures on their credit, credit card debt, student loan debt, personal debt, you know, inaccuracies and things that are not correct, auto loans. Take a picture of this. These are all things that we can help your clients with, help our clients, because they're our clients as well. But also we're helping people who may be, you know, in over their head in debt. Maybe they're drowning in credit card debt. You know, the minimum credit card payment might be $30, and you guys, surprisingly, people can't pay that. So if they can't come up with, you know, the simple solutions like that, how are they going to pay a mortgage, right? Well, they're already paying one. When they pay rent, you guys look around, we know people are paying sky high astronomical rent. So we know they can own. We know they can afford that. We just got to get them to the right place. And so how do we do that here in Debt Cleanse? We work with the consumer protection laws. And I say we, it's not me or the person that invited you. We actually have law firms that we work with nationwide to be able to enforce these laws, right? Fair Debt Collections Practice Act, things that are holding our clients back, Fair Credit Reporting Act, Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act. So RESPA. So maybe you have a client who's currently in a home, but guess what? Were there violations? Were all of the documents signed off that needed to be? Telephone consumer, other state and federal laws. And so we know that together with Debt Cleanse and our attorney partners and legal practitioners, we're able to go in and assess everything that is negatively impacting the client's credit. We're able to see if there are any laws that have been violated. And if so, we have people in place to escalate that, to go out. And what does that mean? Sue. Somebody put sue in the chat. That means sue somebody. We have people getting damages back, but ultimately we see people getting elevated credit scores, and we take them on a journey. We actually provide them with a roadmap so that they can achieve the American dream. And so somebody put home 2023. Like I said, we got a really big goal here, but I know collectively with all of us on the line tonight, live or even watching a replay, we can, by the end of August, I would venture to say, we could at least help 1,000 people, right? And so you guys know right now, interest rates are not 2.75, okay? We're talking about, they just elevated again this week, but the reality is my interest rate is a 2.25. Why is it? Because even though I had a 550, I now, as of yesterday, got one more point, a 766. And so I have great credit. And when I bought my house, I had great credit. And so I'm able to benefit and have all of this equity in my home right now. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm actually working on paying my home off earlier. But think about the average person you see who wants to buy a house. Let's just say, you know, just for hypothetical purposes, you got somebody with a great credit score at 730 versus somebody with a lower score of 590. And I know you guys can sell a house at a 580. That's great. You can earn a commission on that. But if we truly, listen to me, we truly want to empower families, especially minority communities, to be able to retain those houses so that they become legacy homes, investment homes. We want to make sure that we help them elevate their credit score so they can actually get the house they deserve, right? Over time, guys, buying a house with bad credit could ultimately be $200,000, $300,000 more. So a lot of times people don't even think they have that kind of money, but they do, because their credit is negative. It's causing them to have to pay higher interest over time and things like that. And so through this program, we show families how to get to the closing table, and we have a full source of resources, not just showing them how, and I'm saying them, but what I know to be factual is there are realtors who rent, right? So even if you're on the line, you might be a realtor who needs help with your credit. We work with people, guys. I've worked with hundreds of realtors across the nation, so we know people still need help, right? But this platform says not only are we going to take people on a journey to personal home ownership, we're going to help them invest. Somebody drop invest in the chat. See, I know that there is a differentiation between, brown communities and non-brown, and we know that the brown community is not investing. And so George and Chet have put something here together where even your customers who come to buy a house, you guys, they're able to learn a specified skill. We talk about think and grow rich. They can learn a specialized knowledge called note investing. Look around, see what's happening with the banks right now. You got JP Morgan Chase acquiring First Republic. You got Signature Bank. You got Silicon Valley. You got all of this stuff happening. And what happens in the middle of a bank that has to close down? Another bank acquires those assets, real estate deeds, right? They acquire those assets, but guess what? Mr. George Newberry, my battery is going to die. Mr. George Newberry has another company that buys those notes in the droves, right? So we're going to allow our clients and also you, if you're interested, to be able to get access to those notes. One second, you guys. I worked at Starbucks earlier and my charger is in my little bag. Here we go. So we're going to give you access to be able to buy those. One moment, please forgive me, but I don't want to lose you guys. Somebody say, don't lose us in the chat. Listen, so we're going to show you how through Bank Note University, even for free, guys, how to be able to go out and buy distressed properties, how to be able to get these discounted assets, sometimes, at deeply, deeply discounted prices. So we're positioned to be the bank. We're positioned to do things that Wall Street hedge funds do. And so that's all free after 3 months. And if you're a realtor on the line, if you've ever put your clients in a program to work on their credit, to get them pre-qualified, go ahead and drop a 4 in the chat. A lot of times, whether you're sending them to a partner that's in your network or outside, a lot of times that's the average of about 4 to 6 months if you want, to see really good results. And so with this program at month 3, this is provided to them for absolutely free. And so again, like I said, sometimes we are our own customers, so we may need the services, but this is an example of a deal. This is a cabin out in Maine, but what I want you to know here is acquiring that knowledge, this person was able to go out as a novice investor and they were able to, profit $23,000. I know a lot of realtors, you guys, and not all of them are investing. And I can tell you right now that learning something that will be able to transcend through generations is how we're going to break this poverty cycle in America. 118% in just 6 months. And so that is really, really good. But I want you to see here, don't drop off, guys, because there's more. I want you to see here what your client gets when they partner with us. Number one, they got consultations, not with the person that invited you here. The person that invited you here is going to be able to help them on the back end of the loan. We're going to talk about that. But they got consultations with legal experts, AKA attorneys, legal practitioners, or our internal team who are working directly to target those negative items on their credit. They got debt analysis tool. Why? Because we know their DTI has to be balanced to buy a house. We got a score simulator and tracker, and we give them FICO scores. Why? Because we know that's what we want to see at the loan, right? They have $1 million of protection. And many of you have clients, of course, who are on their own. Not everybody's living with their mama till they buy. So guess what? We report their utility bills to the credit report as a positive item. We report their payment every month, to help build their credit as another positive line item. So we're helping them get as many positive, authentic trade lines. This is not credit swipes and sweeps. This is not CPNs. We're doing this legally and we're doing it the most appropriate way so your client is educated on the journey. They got attorney guided dispute letters. They don't send those out. all 3 credit scores. They got protection for their family. More so, you guys, they have budgeting tools. These budgeting tools help them get their money on track and tell their money what to do, so that we have, money to put down, and we got earnest money or money to come up with closing. We give them tax tools. So maybe you got a client who is a Schedule C. We know that could present problems for a client trying to be in a house. So we give them all of the resources. We give them the investment tools. You just saw that through our pre-REO and our Note University. We give them student loan solutions. So how many of you ever had a deal, put a 5 in the chat, you ever had a deal go off the table at the last minute because of somebody's student loan debt, right? So we all know we face those situations, but we have solutions right here in-house, as well as wealth management. And so if a person is interested in using this platform as a customer, that could be a customer you're working with to qualify, or it could be yourself, it's only $149. And that does include the first month, which is $89. There is no contract. They're not obligated to stick and stay. We want them to, stick around till we get the score at a very stable place, but they don't have to, right? So that is how we serve the client. Now, there's a second part of this that the person invited you here, myself included, we are advocates. You guys, what's an advocate? Somebody that voices for, stands in the gap for. I was a social worker for 16 years. I advocated for at-risk families every day. Today, I advocate for families who want to be homeowners, and they're maybe they don't have the financial resources or wherewithal. They're not educated. They don't know what to do, where to get started. So as an advocate, you can be a realtor, you can be a broker, a loan officer, doesn't matter. As an advocate, we're just showing people this platform. Now, I know the economy right now is crazy, and I know realtor friends of mine personally are not selling homes like they were, right? Put a 6 in the chat if you could stand to sell a few more homes, right? I know people who used to cap quickly, they're not capping. I know people who just feel like their pipeline is dry because people are intimidated by the market and they just don't want to go, even though it makes sense to still buy and refi later. They're just not buying. And so that's holding up your income. So we want to show you as a real estate professional how you can partner with us, not disrupt anything you're doing, but be able to offer this platform, make some additional money. And we're going to show you at the end, if you're one of those people that's interested in saying, you know what, I want to get my MLO. We got something for you too. All right. So as an advocate, these are the benefits that you get. You get everything the members get. All that stuff I just showed you in blue, including Note University. You get a starter kit with marketing materials. You got the ability to work from anywhere, website, training support, tax advantages. Of course, you know that you're already 1099ers. You get the opportunity to get an additional life insurance policy that pays that qualifies you when you just enroll one customer. You get a $25,000 policy, and you have the ability through this platform to become a mortgage loan officer if that's what you desire. Now, I know many of you like, well, how am I going to be the MLO and a realtor at the table? Well, you can't for your own deals, right? But maybe you have realtor friends or people you went to real estate school with in other states, and you can be the MLO at the table for theirs, and you could qualify for Zillow leads. Somebody drop some fire symbols in the chat, because I'm getting ready to show you guys something, like I said earlier, you've probably never seen. You've never seen this combination of services being offered to impact change and elevate home ownership rate. And guys, when I tell you George is a genius, he has studied the market, he understands how bullish it is, and because he got wealthy in 2008 as a result of acquiring real estate acquisitions, he is now setting up something here so that when things happen, because we know they will, everything is leading that direction, right? He knows that we're going to be able to provide solutions to many, many people. And so if you're interested in that, it's only $30 more, right? I showed y'all how much it costs for customers. Maybe you want to be a customer. Maybe you say, okay, I just want to partner as an advocate, be a voice. It's only $30 more. But let me show you guys how you can supplement your income, especially if you've not been selling as many houses as you are used to. All right. So $179.90, that is a promo we're running for the next 2 weeks. And you could get it for free. Drop a 5 in the chat if you know or have encountered at least 5 people who couldn't qualify to buy. It's probably a file on your desk right now, right? A whole laundry list of people who couldn't qualify to buy for some random reason, right? Well, 5 referrals to this company as an advocate renders your services free. And I'm getting ready to show you how you get your investment back and you move into profit as well. Now, you already know, I just shared the opportunity to be on MLO. You already know on that deal, you're going to be earning 1.5–2% on the deal. So there's a lot of opportunity in this. I don't want to make any promises or indication of promises, but guys, I was a social worker. I got in this industry. I learned, everything that I needed to learn. And what I love is there are always non-traditional ways to get somewhere. I'm sitting on a call tonight and I didn't have to go through a class. This company is going to put you at the table and there's no formal training. There's no annual certifications that you have to maintain. There's no paying for any licensures. They're going to take care of everything you need through their collaborations with other big companies to make this happen for you. So let's talk about how you can earn some money. Somebody show me the money in the chat. How can you earn some money in this platform? I get excited to talk about this, obviously, because I've been able to earn some, right? I'm no longer a social worker and I get to work wherever, whenever, and I love it. I just love changing lives. You guys, I grew up in the projects. Odds were against me. My mom was drug addicted. There was nobody around me to talk about home ownership. My mom lived in the projects all of my adult life, pretty much, right? Until she passed away. And let me tell you why I love this, because when I was in my 20s, I started looking around and I'm like, all my friends came out of two-parent households that had, they had a home. So I got serious about it. I bought my first home when I was 26 years old. I sold it to a cash buyer. I walked away with a sizable profit. I took that, I moved to Charlotte, used that money, got my second house in my mid-30s. That's the one I almost lost, but I definitely lost everything else, the cars and all included, because of being out of work for 8 months. But I wanted to own again. And now I'm in my third home, you guys, and I'm proud about that. Home ownership is important to me. I understand how, over the years, I've been able to leverage home ownership to get to my next steps. And that's what we're trying to do here tonight. So let's talk about this money and we're gonna let you guys go. So with this platform, you're able to earn, in fact, over 11 ways. You can get back with the person that invited you, but tonight I'm going to share with you some major ones. We don't have the time to go through everything, but just know that 4 of the most common is, 1, you get paid 50% and up to 100% for every referral. So that client pays $89 a month, you get half of that. That's $40 all the way to $80. Hold on, write these numbers down, okay? You're getting paid 50% of every referral up to 100% of every referral, all right? You're going to get 15% residually. So that means you're going to earn anywhere between $12 and $24 a month for every person you refer into this platform, right? You're going to get team bonuses. You guys understand that. That's what you do every day. We got a broker, we got a realtor, we all work together, we do this thing, and we all get bonuses when we achieve our goal, right? Cap, early, you do this. So you guys understand that concept, but we also give an accelerator bonus for doing it fast. Now, one of the things I like most is that this company gives you a leadership check match. So this is like a share of the deal, right? You go out, you build the business as a director or hire, you actually are able to walk away with a percentage of the checks that the people on your team are making. So let's just say I'm the broker of the credit biz, right? I'm the broker of the debt cleanse, right? I go out here, I share this with Jeff. Jeff partners with me. He's a director. He made $500 this week because I'm the person he's shadowing me. I'm going to earn 40%. On level 2, you got Joe here. Joe's out, showing properties, selling houses. He's putting people in the pipeline. He's getting them the services they need here at Debt Cleanse. He made $1,000 this week. He's at level 2. I get 300. You guys, Mia, she's a millennial realtor. She's doing her thing. She got 1,000. I get 250. So this allows you to be the broker in this sense, and you can, go out and you can share this with other realtors in your network. And you can also learn here how to market so that you attract realtors that you never had a relationship with. And so we show you all of that here, but you also get bonuses for going out there and helping your first 3 people. Remember, I said 5 is free. You go help 3, we give you 150 bonus, help 6, another 150 bonus, help 10, another 200. So if you do that within your first 10 weeks, we have realtors on our team who've been able to do that very quickly because they just turn their current non-qualified buyers into clients and get them on the platform. You're able to earn $500 in bonus right there. But again, the company rewards you for leadership. So again, you get to get paid in the position of a broker. So you go out, you're the advocate, the broker, if you will. You share this with Jeff. Jeff go out, he get his bonuses. And every time he got a bonus, you get a bonus. So this is everybody winning. Somebody say we all win in the chat. This is everybody winning. This is every realtor who decides to say, I want to align with this vision. You win. The person that referred you as an advocate wins. The client wins. There's no way to lose in this. Now, let me slow down. You guys see on the screen, it says house incentive. This could be rent or mortgage. When you partner with the company as an advocate, when you go out there, you're building your business, you're helping people. You see right here, it said you got a total of 50 people. That's your whole organization, not you by yourself. You just need 6 customers. But if you build a brokerage, you got 50 people all together. Amongst those, they give you $500 a month. Somebody put $500 a month towards your rent, towards your mortgage. There are people on this line tonight who are currently receiving a mortgage or rent allowance. If you guys could drop in a chat for me. Let me stop this right quick and let me see who's on the line. Natalia Cook, 500. Tina Houchins is getting a $500 mortgage. Yolanda Whitfield, 300. Let me see. N.R. Anderson is getting 300. Anybody else? I think I saw Tangela Collins Myers on here, 300. I see her now. It's several, you guys. So the way that we get to this part where the company is giving us a housing incentive, which is nothing like I've ever seen, is just go help some people, right? And so as a director in the company, I get 500, but let me tell you guys a quick story and then we're done. My mortgage was acquired with a 2.25% interest rate. Right now, my mortgage is only $1,508 a month, you guys. I know people would kill for that, right? They would kill for a 2.25% interest rate opportunity. But guess what? This company gives me $500 a month. So I only pay $1,008 out of pocket. That gives me the ability to eradicate debt a lot sooner, right? But I've also created, through our budgeting tool, I've created a game plan for myself. So my mortgage won't be 30 years. I'll be mortgage free in 9 years. Can somebody please put wealth builder in the chat? I'll be mortgage free in 9 years. I created a plan for myself. And so this is something that you can do too. This is something that, you know, you can introduce your family and colleagues to. But guys, imagine 1,500. We got somebody in the company right now whose mortgage is literally $0 because of that. Miss Tina Houchins, she's former military. She is a director on here. She gets 500, but her mortgage, she got a VA loan, and I'm telling her business because I know her business. She got a VA loan. Her mortgage might be like $800 some a month before her bonus. You know, how much is your mortgage? Is like 8 something, 8. But I'm out of here, you guys. I just wanted you to see that. But she's literally paying
$854.
How much is it?
It's $854, but when the company pays the $500, I'm only paying $354 per month.
Please drop some fire symbols in the chat, y'all. Please. And let me say this, because I see you up there, Miss Denise Wilson. You guys, Denise Wilson, I got to tell the story. Denise Wilson, I did not know her when I lived in Charlotte, right? I was in the middle of a bankruptcy, had been told I couldn't sell that house. God graced me to sell it. And who was my realtor? Denise. Denise is now a broker in the Charlotte metro area. You know, Denise, do you want to share real quick? And this is impromptu. I know I didn't ask you to do this, but do you want to share real quick for all of our realtors on the line, brokers, anybody in your seat who may be on tonight and may be a little apprehensive? Can you tell them like what made you align with this, and what do you like about how this works for your client population?
Well, I aligned with the company because it just makes sense. A lot of realtors do have clients that need credit repair. This solution is even beyond that. It helps them invest. It helps them, actually gives them the full picture of financial wealth. And they, you know, the budgeting tools, we have a lot of tools that help them. So it just makes sense to me to be a little bit more in control of helping them get to the ultimate goal, to become a homeowner.
Wow, that's powerful. And y'all, real story. She sold my house. Like literally, we had offers knocking down the door, and the bankruptcy attorney approved it by the grace of God. I was 2 days for the foreclosure, and Denise, I was 1 day.
No, it was. Yeah, you would know because I know you were on it.
I was like right there, you guys, almost about to foreclose. And I'm gonna tell you, I walked away with cash, and I'm always grateful. And she actually is in this partnership with someone else. But when I saw her, I'm like, oh my God, that's who sold me my house. So nonetheless, I just want you guys to know it's tons of people that are making this work because it works, right? We got a solution. And so, you know, I want to share real quick, have another person come up, and I did ask her, I asked Ms. Tara McDuffie to share because Tara is a housing counselor. And so as a housing counselor, she works with realtors all across, the city of Athens where she resides to be able to get people affordable housing options. And I asked her to come on tonight just to share, like, from her perspective, why something like this makes sense. And so I know a lot of times we're like, I don't know about this credit stuff. I don't know. But guys, think about this. If you could touch your client from the moment they are expressing interest in home ownership, and you don't have to send them anywhere, you're building a rapport, you're building a relationship, you have them all the way through, got the good credit, right? We got the good credit. Now what? We're going to go out and we're going to find some houses after we get you pre-qualified. Well, guess who can get them pre-qualified? We can right here, Debt Cleanse. And then you found the house, and guess who can get them the loan? We can. VA, FHA, USDA, we got it all right here in one umbrella, guys. So Ms. Tara McDuffie, I did ask to come up as a housing counselor. What are some of the things you're seeing, and how do you see how this is helping you, help families every day?
Hello, everyone. For me, this platform just makes sense because every day I see clients, and the average credit score that I see a lot of times is about a 500. And they have a lot of credit card debt and different things like that. And I'm one of those skeptical people that's like, I don't know about that credit repair, but guess what? I'm a product of the product. So I can say it works, and I can say that it works pretty quickly. And just to see people hurting, and I want to be able to help people, this platform, it just makes sense. I mean, just simple as that, flat out, as Apostle says all the time, it just makes sense.
It makes sense. Listen, so I know you guys as entrepreneurs and realtors, you're entrepreneurs. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And we know you're busy. We busy too. Right? I got a whole tax business I run all year round. And so it made sense for me even in that. But, you can say, listen, I'm going to hear this information tonight and be like, sure, I'm good. But you can come on, guys. The partnership opportunity has been significantly reduced right now to $179. And that just happened this weekend, because we know in order to get the number of people to help we need, we gotta give people a point of entry. And so the founders have reduced that entry price, guys, $179.90. You add on another auxiliary service to your real estate umbrella, and you're able to service more families. And let me share with you, we have people on the lines who are social media strategists. They know how to go get people. They know targeted marketing, and you'll get to learn all of that here, which actually will help grow your business even further. I have a gentleman with Keller Williams out in North Carolina. His name is Kent. I work with Kent. Kent was not a top performer at Keller Williams Ballantyne, which happens to be the top performer about Keller Williams in the globe, according to what they say. But he was not a top performer. Now he's selling houses left and right under my mentorship, and he embraced this fully. He got his KW pen on one side, and he got an I help with credit. So the thing about it is, outside of, and this is again no income claims, outside of his KW income, and he's in the top 20 now. He also earned 6 figures adding credit as an umbrella. And so you can profit, just like he and many others I work with, Vanessa Andrews, several over the years who made a very sizable income. You can profit as an advocate. That means add this as a business umbrella piece. Or you can say, you know what, this looks cute. I like it. I got, some financial issues myself. Let me just come on as a customer and use it. You can do that too. Or you can align, we can build an alliance and collaborate. We eco-share, right? I shared with you guys earlier, as mortgage loan officers, and like I'm a director, I'm going to get leads directly from Zillow, hot leads. This company is going to pool them. I'll get those leads. Guess what? I got to have a realtor to send them to. The person that invited you here, they got to have a realtor. We can help the people with their credit, but we can't show them the house, right? So we've got to be able to give a place for somebody to fill that spot. You guys can fill that spot if you want to just be a referral partner, and that works fine. And we refer to you, and then the company gonna pay us a 1099. But you can say, you know what, I'll jump in, let's lock arms, let's partner. And then now you're an advocate, and the company gives you a 1099. You position yourself to earn additional supplemental income, so you position yourself financially in the midst of everything that is forecasted. Yes, somebody said a one-stop shop. That is exactly what this becomes, a one-stop shop. You don't have to go anywhere to service anybody. And then $15 of every membership goes back to $15 goes back to our nonprofit, which is New Day 75. Again, our goal is to help bring homeownership rate into at least 75% across the board. So New Day 75 gives back to big brothers, big sisters. We do financial literacy because that's important to our mission. We know if we begin to empower people with knowledge about finances and money and how money works and homeownership and the importance of that, we begin to change our communities. We reduce crime. We give people better opportunities. And so that's what you would be a part of. And so I love it as a social worker. I love it, former social worker. I love it as a minister because I know that every day I'm helping somebody. So if you're on the line tonight and you can see yourself helping people at a higher level, hashtag the word help, guys. And that is our time. It's been my pleasure to serve you guys tonight. Listen, we know factually that time is not waiting on anybody, right? Time is going, life is happening, things are moving very fast all around us. We could be up today, down tomorrow. And I tell everybody, like, you know, we prepare for a flat tire by keeping a spare in the trunk, right? And we also say, you know what, it might rain today. So we make sure we take an umbrella to work. If there is a shift and change in your income, what are you going to do? What's the plan B? This could be it. Because I know plenty of real estate professionals who are Ubering, Grubhubbing, DoorDashing, like everybody's gigging to make it work, guys. This gives you something where you can stay in your vein, in your line of work. And maybe you're like, well, Michelle, I already been thinking about, you know, getting my MLO. I realized I'd rather be on the paperwork side than showing houses. Whatever the case may be, guys, there's a place that you can find yourself in this program. And we definitely look forward to being able to lock arms with you, get back with the person that invited you here tonight and say, let's go out here and help 1 million families become homeowners. That is our time, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Get back with the person that invited you. And we look forward to being able to build a bridge whereby we can impact change and change lives for the better. We'll see you guys at the top. Take care. Good night, everybody. Prosperous. Oh, don't forget, y'all can invest in Note too. Let me tell you now, Note University is where it's at. Y'all can invest in that as realtors. It's game changing. All right. Good night, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.